In this video, we will try to find the equation, in standard form, of the parabola, given the following. For basic concepts on parabola, you can check the previous video lecture. You can also pause this video to try these yourself, and just continue to check your answer. Now, without further ado, let's start. For the first one, we are given a parabola with vertex at -2, 1, and the directrix that is 4 units below the vertex. How do we find its equation, in standard form? If our directrix is below the vertex, then it follows that our focus is above the vertex. Therefore, the parabola opens upward. Since our parabola's orientation is vertical, then we will be using the equation x minus h squared equals 4c times y minus k. Using this equation, we can substitute the given vertex by denoting the x-coordinate as h and the y-coordinate as k. So, we substitute h with -2 and k with 1. We have x minus -2 squared equals 4c times y minus 1. Or, x plus 2 squared equals 4c times y minus 1. This time, we find the value of c, where c refers to the focal length, the distance from the vertex to the focus. It was given that the directrix is 4 units below the vertex. Since the distance from vertex to the nearest point on the directrix is equal to the distance from the vertex to the focus, then we can say that the focus is also 4 units away from the vertex. Hence, c is equal to 4. Going back to the equation, and substituting c with 4, our equation in standard for would be x plus 2 squared equals 4 times 4 times y minus 1, or x plus 2 squared equals 16 times y minus 1. This time, our given is vertex, and the focus that is 3 units to the left of the vertex. Since the focus is to the left of the vertex, then our parabola opens to the left. And because the orientation of the parabola is horizontal, then our equation must follow y minus k squared equals 4c times x minus h. Our vertex is given at -1, -4. In this vertex, our h is -1, and our k is -4. Substituting k with -4, and h with -1, we have y minus -4 squared equals 4c times x minus -1, or y plus 4 squared equals 4c times x plus 1. Next is, we find the value of c. Since it's already given that the focus is 3 units to the left of the vertex, then we can say that c is equal to -3, because it is 3 units to the left of the vertex. Substitute c with -3, we have y plus 4 squared equals 4 times -3 times x plus 1, or y plus 4 squared equals -12 times x plus 1. For the third given, we don't have the vertex. But we have directrix at y equals -5, axis of symmetry at x equals 4, and vertex that is 2 units above the directrix. These two given tell us the orientation of our parabola. The orientation of the parabola is similar to the axis of symmetry, but opposite with the directrix. Since our directrix here at y equals -5 is horizontal, then our parabola is vertical. Or, if the axis of symmetry of the parabola is vertical, then it follows that the parabola is vertical as well. But where does it open? From the given, vertex is 2 units above the directrix, we can say that the directrix is below the vertex. Hence, it follows that the focus is above the vertex. Therefore, this parabola opens upward. And since the parabola is vertical, then we will be using this equation. To find C, we can visualize these given on a Cartesian plane. This y equals -5 line is the directrix, while this x equals 4 line is the axis of symmetry. We learned that the axis of symmetry will always pass through the vertex and the focus. And it was given that the vertex is 2 units above the directrix. Hence, we can just count 2 units above the directrix to get the coordinates of the vertex, as long as it is on the axis of symmetry. And that would be 4, -3. The vertex is at 4, -3. After finding the vertex, we substitute h and k to our equations, so that we have x minus 4 squared equals 4c times y minus -3, or x minus 4 squared equals 4c times y plus 3. To find c, we will use the given vertex is 2 units above the directrix. This would suggest that the focus is also 2 units from the vertex, and c is equal to 2. Substituting c with 2, we have x minus 4 squared equals 4 times 2 times y plus 3, or x minus 4 squared equals 8 times y plus 3. And for the last problem, we are given a vertex and 2 points of the parabola. But how do we determine the orientation and where the parabola opens? Recall that a vertex is an extreme point of a parabola. It is the lowest point when a parabola opens upward, the highest point when the parabola opens downward. It is also the leftmost point when the parabola opens to the right, or rightmost point when the parabola opens to the left. In these given points, we see that the vertex can only be the lowest point. It can't be the highest, because 11, 12 is the highest. It can't be the leftmost point, because -5, -4 would be that point. And it can't be the rightmost point, because 11, 12 is on its right. Therefore, -1, -6 can only be the lowest point. And with the vertex being the lowest point, we can say that the parabola is vertical and opens upward. So we will use this equation for this given. Substitute the h and k of the vertex, we will have x minus -1 squared equals 4c times y minus -6, or x plus 1 squared equals 4c times y plus 6. Now what about c? We don't have the focus or directrix to determine the focal point. What we can do here is to substitute any point on the parabola to the x and y variable of our equation to solve for c. In this case, we can use the point -5, -4, where x is -5 and y is -4, and substitute them to our equations so that we will have -5 plus 1 squared equals 4c times -4 plus 6. Simplifying the equation, we have -4 squared equals 4c times 2, then -4 squared is 16, and 4 times c times 2 is 8c. Solving for c, we can divide both sides by 8 to get c equals 2. Now that we have the value of c, we can now determine its equation in standard form, which is x plus 1 squared equals 4 times 2 times y plus 6, or x plus 1 squared equals 8 times y plus 6. What if I use the point 11, 12 earlier as my values for x and y? Will I be able to get the answer? Can you check it yourself? So if you will use the point 11, 12, you will have divide both sides by 72, you will still get c equals 2. In the end, you will have the same equation. Thank you again for watching. Hope you learned something from this video. If you do, kindly give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more lessons in mathematics for senior high.